Good morning. Welcome to SEC Prasanta Behra. I have already explained about verbs, verb patterns in my lecture 1, lecture 2 and lecture 3 classes. Today I shall discuss what is regular and irregular verbs. We have to know what is verb. We have to know what is the main verbs, what is the auxiliary verbs. I have already explained in my lecture 1, 2, 3 classes of verb patterns about the main verbs and the auxiliary verbs. Some people might be confused about the verbs. Once again, I am telling you people, action words are called verbs. Auxiliary verbs, we can say also helping verbs. Helping verbs, I am giving some examples. Each, are, am, was, were, can, could, may, shall, all are the auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. So, in main verbs, action words, I am teaching now. Teach, read, play, go, all are the main verbs. इन हिंदी खाना, पीना, जाना, आना, पढ़ना ये सब जो एंडिंग में ना होता है, ये सब एक्शन वर्ड्स और मेन वर्ब है. टुडे आई शैल डिस्कस रेगुलर एंड इरेगुलर verbs. We know many verbs. But what is the regular verbs and what is the irregular verbs? I will explain in this class regular verbs and irregular verbs. What are the rules of regular verbs and what are the rules of irregular verbs? Regular verbs means if you add d, ed or ied, it is the maker of the past tense or regular verbs. Once again, I am telling you of regular verbs. If you add d, ed or ied, regular verbs. I am giving some examples. Arrive. Suppose arrive, A-R-R-I-V-E, arrive. This is the word arrive. Plus only if you add D, it's called now arrived, A-R-R-I-V-E-D. This is the maker of the past form. So arrive, if the verb ending with E, you have to add only D. This is the regular verb. So in regular verb, if you add D or ed or ied, it's called regular verb. There are certain rules if we want to know what is regular verbs and what is irregular verbs. So ending with E, you have to add only D. Here ed. Arrive, A-R-R-I-V-E, if you add only D because E is here. So if you add D or ed or id are called regular verbs. I am giving some more examples. Suppose dance, same formula, dance, D-A-N-C-E. Here the ending letter is the E. If you add only D, this is danced. Clear now? You give many examples ending with E. You have to add only D in irregular verbs. Suppose more examples. Close, C-L-O-S-E, close. Ending letter E, you have to add only D. This is the closed. So if you add D, ED, IED is the maker of past tense. This is the regular verbs. I am giving some more examples. Suppose die, D-I-E, diet, D-I-E-D, diet. Love, L-O-V-E. Here also ending E, loved. You have to add only D. Proof, P-R-O-V-E, proof. If you add only D, then proved. So if a verb ending with E, you have to add only D. This is the regular verb. I am giving some more examples of you have to add ED now. Want. Suppose now ED, add ED. W-A-N-T, want. Plus ED is equal to wanted. Now decide. No, decide is wrong. Decide ending here is the E. So want, wanted. Visit, V-I-S-I-T, visit plus ED, visited. So here there are certain verbs. If you add ED, then it is the regular verbs. If you add D, ED or IED, many look plus ED is equal to looked. I will describe, explain many more words of ED. Open plus ED, opened. But in the adding of IED, where we have to add IED, in the verb ending letter is Y. Suppose try. Suppose here I am giving examples of IED. Try, T-R-Y, try plus IED is equal to tried, T-R-I-E-D. If you make the past form, then you don't have to write Y. Here instead of Y you have to write IED, tried. I am giving some more examples. Carry, C-A-R-R-Y, carry plus I-E-D is equal to carried, C-A-R-R-I-E-D. Fry, F-R-Y plus I-E-D is equal to fried, F-R-I-E-D. So if a verb ending with Y, then you have to add IED. But there are certain more verbs. If you add Y, then it is also the ED form, not IED. I am giving some more examples. Play, 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 plus here only ed is equal to plate. I am giving now the difference between this try and this play. These two verbs. Play is a verb. Enjoy, enjoy plus ed is equal to enjoyed. If you give some more examples, suppose obey plus ed is equal to obeyed. So I am giving this difference, these three verbs and these three verbs difference here. What is the difference? Here try, try, try. Here we add ied. Here we add only ed. Look carefully. Y ending with Y. Before Y, this is the R is a consonant letter. If it is a consonant letter, you have to add ied. Here play, play, ending with Y. Here the vowel letter. If it is the vowel letter, then you have to add only ed. Clear now? If it is the vowel, ed. If it is the consonant, ied. Here enjoy, before Y O. Here obey, before Y E. If it is the vowel letter, you have to add ed. This is the formula of regular verbs. How to make past form or past tense of a verb. Regular verbs, once again I am telling you, adding of d, ed or ied. How is it made? I have already described, explained to you people. You have to practice it. Some more example here I am giving. Suppose reply, reply, before Y, reply, L consonant means ied, replied, replied. Study, suppose study, I am giving some more example. Study, 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 before Y D means here you have to add ied. Studied, studied, studied. So like this, marry, 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 married, married. This is the regular verb. If you add d, ed or ied, the maker of past tense, this is the regular verb. This is the rules of regular verbs. One thing you have to remember, before Y is the vowel, we add ed. Like enjoy, obey, play. Before enjoy, before Y in the word enjoy, play, obey, before Y it is the vowel. You have to add only ed. And before the consonant, like try, reply, fry, carry, study, marry, here you have to add ied. So how to make the past form in regular, I have already explained it. You have to practice it. Now I am explaining to you people irregular verbs. What is irregular verbs? Here also there are certain rules. There are no many irregular verbs are there. Irregular verbs are limited. It's not more than hundreds. I think likely 100 irregular verbs are there. If you remember all the irregular verbs, it is helpful for you people to use the verbs irregular. I have already told you regular verbs, if you add d, ed, ied, irregular verbs. If you don't add d, ed, ied, these are the irregular verbs. I am giving some examples of irregular verbs. Put, read, read, irregular verb. There is no d, ed or id. Learned. This learn also is used both regular and irregular verb also. You can add d, ed also, learned, and you cannot also add ed. Earlier until learned. Write, wrote, written. This is the irregular verb. There is no d, ed or id here. Go, went, gone. Bring, brought. So what I am giving the examples of irregular verbs. I am now, there are types, 3 types of we use the regular verbs. Type 1, how we know easily. I am giving some examples to know you people easy to learn the irregular verbs. I am categorized into 3 types. Firstly, there are certain verbs. There is all the 3 forms are the same. There are certain verbs, all the verb forms are the same. Like put, short. These are the verbs. Are all the 3 forms are the same irregular verbs. This is the type 1. I am categorized into 3 types here to easily know, you people easily know the irregular verbs. Caught, put, short. All the 3 forms are the same. This is the type 1. Remember it, you can easily know it. Type 2, there are certain verbs having all forms are different. All forms are different. There are certain verbs. Eat, ate, eaten. Speak, spoke, spoken. Break, broken. All 3 forms are the different. So these are not adding of d-ed. Break, broke, broken. There is no d-ed, ied. Irregular verbs. I am giving 2 types. Now I am giving 1 more types of irregular verbs. There are certain verbs. Only 2 forms are the same. Only 2 forms. Second form of the verb and third form of the verb are the same. Like bring, brought, same. Think, thought, same. So these are the irregular verbs. There is no adding of d or ed or id, irregular verbs. So you can easily know the regular and irregular verbs. I have already explained helping verb, modal verb, you have to know it. Do all my verb pattern classes. This is the verb pattern classes. This is the lecture 4 verb pattern classes. I am giving importance here and describing, explaining you people only the regular and irregular verbs. Now I am giving type 3 of irregular verbs. That is the second form of the verb and third form of the verbs are the same. Sell, sold, sold. Say, said, said. Buy, B-U-Y, buy, bought, bought. Second form of the verb, third form of the verb are the same. Clear now? So I am, in order to know easily to you people, I am categorized 3 types of irregular verbs. Category 1, all the 3 forms are the same. I am giving example, put, 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 short, short, short. I am giving this example. Category 2, having all the forms are different. Eat, ate, eaten, do, did, done, speak, spoke, spoken, break, broke, broken. And the third form, second form of the verb, third types, second form of the verb and third form of the verb are the same. Bring, brought, brought, buy, bought, bought, sell, sold, sold, say, said, said. Now I am giving some more examples. I am writing in the board in order to know that 3 forms of the verbs. Irregular verbs. I am now giving some examples with examples irregular verbs. These are the irregular verbs. Type 1. I have already told you all the 3 forms are the same. V1, first form of the verb, V2, V3. All the forms are same. Put, put, put. SHUT is short, short, short. I think no need to write second form of the verb and third form of the verb. You have to know automatically. Cost. Now cost, same thing. Then feet. Feet, same thing. Heat. Second form of the verb, third form of the same. So in type 1, all the forms, 3 forms are the same. Hot, let, set, spread, SPRED, spread, read. Here only read, RED, sound is the read, read. Sound is different but spelling is the same. So all the 3 forms are the same in type 1 irregular verbs. Second type, I have already told you, in second type of verbs having all forms are different. I am giving examples here. All forms are different. You have to write it and practice yourself. Eat, ate, eaten. Do, did, done. Go, went, gone. Here all the verb forms are different. Some difficult verbs are also choose, CHSSE, here only CHOSE, here CHOSEN, chosen. All the verb forms are different. Drive, drove, DROV, drove, driven. All the verb forms are different. Easy words I am writing: write, wrote, written. Rise, rose, rise. So irregular verbs are limited. You have to remember it, practice it, and make a copy about verbs and practice as more as possible in order to know the English language. There are some, suppose give, gave, given. There are like this, many verbs are there. Hide, hid, hide, hid, hidden. So these type of are the, this is the type 2, this is the type 2 of irregular verbs. Type 3, second form of the verb and third form of the verbs are the same. In type 3, second form and third form are the same. Suppose bring, B-R-I-N-G, bring, brought, B-R-O-U-G-S-T, brought, third form also brought, B-R-O-U-G-S-T, brought. Same thing. Buy, B-U-Y, bought, B-O-U-G-A-T. No need to write here because second form of the verb, third form of the same. Suppose bent, B-N-T, suppose bent, B-N-D here. First form of verb in the bend, so here B-N-T, here is the B-N-T, same thing. Suppose dig, D-I-G, dig, dog, D-U-G, third form also same, F-E-E-L, feel, felt, third form also the same, here, H-E-R, hard, H-E-A-R-D, third form the same, no change. Make, M-A-K-E, make, made, M-A-D-E, third form the same. So say, S-A-Y, said, S-A-I-D, third form the same. Like here sell, S-E-L-L, sell, sold, S-O-L-D, sold. So I am, for you people, easy learning, easy to learn about the irregular verbs. I am categorized into 3 types, type 1, type 2, type 3. How is it formed, the irregular verbs? You have to remember there are only limited verbs are there. You can easily remember and practice it in order to know it. So this is the lecture 4 of my class. You have to know about the more verbs, so I am doing 4 classes. I will do 1 more classes of verb pattern. So in order to know the verb patterns about verb, watch all of my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. So do all my verb patterns, lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, lecture 4, and I will do 1 more classes. Watch completely in order to know the English language, because verb is important to making a sentence. I have already told you, without verb there is no sentence at all. So the verb is the most important part of a sentence. You have to know it. So watch all the video and like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.